Dudes, it's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So, Katir has brought the Akmagnus Prime relics for the third time ever. And there's been some buffs to the Akmagnus Rivens, and also some new arcane since I last made a video when these things first came out. So we have an updated Akmagnus Prime build guide. This is going to be a level 10,000 build guide, but yeah, this build does work at normal levels too, as the Akmagnus is near Incarnon level with the special abilities and stats it has. So let's get right into it. Before we do, make sure you sub this channel to daily Warframe video uploads, build videos, news videos, discussion videos, all that kind of stuff. You're in the right place for Warframe content. And yeah, we will also be covering some more level 10,000 builds next week. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of level 10,000 build guides on the way. Alright, so the Akmagnus Prime, let's go over what the situation is with the Akmagnus Prime, what kind of stats it has, and why you might want to consider using it if you do have the Akmagnus Prime, because this is honestly probably one of the most rare weapons in the whole game, as the relic's only been available from Borrow 3 times ever. It only comes from Borrow too. Okay, so here we are in the sim right now. So, as far as the Akmagnus Prime's base stats, keep in mind, this is probably with Tenacious Bond, so it's like a 2.8 multiplier. But yeah, we've got 9 fire rate, 16 magazine, 2.8 second reload. Let's compare it to the normal Magnus Prime, actually, because there is a normal Magnus Prime, too. So here's a better comparison. It's got more fire rate, double the magazine, and like almost double the reload. Every other stat is basically exactly the same as the normal Magnus Prime. And remember, the Magnus Prime has an augment called Deadly Maneuver, where when you dodge, you get tons of crit chance on headshot. The Akmagnus Prime cannot use that augment. The Akmagnus Prime is different than the Magnus Prime. But the fun thing about these, and why they're nearly Incarnon level, is that it has a special passive. So as far as the special passive, it's called Chamber Cascade. Hits have a 4% chance for 100% ammo efficiency for 4 seconds. So with multi-shot, it will let you get more rolls on that. And yes, now that we have secondary Enervate, you don't have to run a crit chance mod. You can just basically jam crit damage. So this thing has 16 magazine usually, and we have a 4% chance on hit to get infinite ammo for 4 seconds. How do we utilize this? We want to stack lots of multi-shot. So preferably multi-shot Riven would be great, and a multi-shot mod. If you don't have a multi-shot Riven, I'd say just put Merciless Gunfight on there because it gives you more punch through to help proc that passive more often. So yeah, that being said, we also got a little bit of magazine size. This is a flex mod for sure. This mod gives us cold damage and magazine capacity, which lets us get more crit damage, because you don't know this for a while ago. Crit damage now gives crit damage increased from cold, and also magazine size gives us more chances to proc that chamber cascade before we have to reload. 2.8 second reload is pretty rough, so if we could avoid that, that would be great. Additionally, we've got the Firax Wraith Incarnon equipped with the Amalgam Firax body count mod. This gives us increased fire rate for our secondaries. We got that, and I think we also got Reinforced Bond in our companion too. Yep, so even more fire rate from that, 60% more fire rate, and then crit damage from Tenacious Bond. Also, the Panzer Cat will put Viral procs on them, and we are also rocking Nourish. Additionally, if you do want to main the Akmagnus Prime, keep in mind they're not meta, so I'd say go for Arcane Precision. You could even go for Arcane Pistoleer. I believe I had that on at 1.2. That Arcane Pistoleer on kill on pistol headshot kill will give you a 60% chance to proc 100% ammo efficiency. So you could have 2 sources of ammo efficiency if you wanted to, but for right now, let's just not rock this. We can show it proccing. So yeah, Pistoleer is definitely an option. I'm pretty sure I had Pistoleer equipped at one point for one of the. I've done like multiple runs with this, and it's pretty good. So here it is with no Riven. As you see, we get some stacks. We're getting orange crits from Enervate, and the damage starts pouring in. Can pretty much kill them in one bullet. So yeah, with punch through, which I don't have in my Riven, I have on Merciless Gunfight, we can kill 2 enemies at a time. And as you can see, we're starting, like right now, I just proc. We have infinite ammo because we have the passive proc. That is the thing about this weapon. And as you can see, the reload is a little bit rough. So on hit, chance for infinite ammo, pretty good damage as well while you're firing those bullets. So you want to make sure you can proc that and then get the most out of that infinite ammo with some decent fire rate. With my Riven, it gives 100% more multi-shot. It makes proccing that passive even more reliable. Yes, and the Rivens did get buffed, too. These Rivens were not as strong before, but now we have pretty high stats. So yeah, jam as much crit damage as you possibly can. You don't need to run Ice Storm. That's really a personal preference. If you don't want to run that, if you had room for Merciless Gunfight, that'd be great, but that's a lot of mod drain, so maybe when Omniforma come out, I'll be like a 60-60 could work there. A heat mod. If you don't want to go cold, I want to go cold for like slow enemies. You go heat, corrosive, and heat. Removes pretty much the enemy's entire armor pool very easily. So, yeah. Now, as far as some other ideas for this thing, you could actually use the Scourge to get guaranteed headshots, which is kind of nice. This is going to make a bullet attract enemies' heads. Or also, you could do a little bit of a full loadout situation. So we got the Fear Axe for AoE ad clear, the Akmagnus for single target damage, because it's got pretty good single target damage. And we also got Nyx to do some AoE, like crowd control. So enemies will be stunned, they'll be debuffed. Nyx's passive gives us more crit chance, which is, not going to be good for when we not want to get too many orange crits. But yeah, Psychic Bolt, so Armor Strip, Nourish to viral proc enemies. We have viral, corrosive, and heat with the build I just threw on there. And yeah, just some good stuff all around. So yeah, as far as Pistoleer, let's go ahead and give that a quick shot here. So yeah, on headshot kill, a much higher chance for that infinite ammo thing we were talking about earlier. So yeah, if you have multiple sources of that, you will be also you'll just endlessly spam the bullets, which is kind of nice. Let's also use the Scourge here too. Throw out the Scourge, and everything should be a guaranteed headshot. Now it does feel a little bit like the Dual Tox a little bit. But the thing about this is that the Dual Tox is better. The Dual Tox is straight up better. This thing does not chain. It does not, its most powerful ability is the chance to get infinite ammo. So yeah, keep that in mind that you are actively choosing to not use the best stuff in the game when you use the Akmagnus. Also, that slow attack did not kill any of them. Yeah, the Fear Axe can do some good work at level 10,000, but keep in mind that the Magistar is better too. So yeah. We're using some non-meta stuff here, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys see this, that the Akmagnus is really good after the buffs it's received from, Riven buffs and a Nervate. A Nervate, so if you don't know what a Nervate does, which I'm surprised you got this far if you didn't know what a Nervate does, on hit increases crit chance by 10%, resets after 6 big crit hits. So, since we have only 28% crit chance, we're always getting more and more crit chance while hitting enemies with this, and that multi-shot is stacking up really nicely too, so... yeah, that's going to be basically the build. Now, as far as is this worth farming out, I would say it's kind of hard to convince me to say it's worth farming out. Because not only is the Akmagnus Prime extremely expensive to get, because you need 2 Magnus Primes, and the Akmagnus Prime Special Link from Borrow, and the Akmagnus Prime Blueprint from Borrow, if you really, really want a dual pistol that's super, super strong, you could just run a Incarnon, basically. So that's what I'd say. You could just run an Incarnon. It's a very, very, it's like a collector's item, I'd say. It's very, very niche. Like, if you're someone that wants this, you either like the sound effects, you have an old Akmagnus Riven from, when the Akmagnus normal was pretty good, or you're just looking for something new and unique. And it's like, it is pretty unique. It's not exactly the most exciting and fun, but if we had Omniform, we'd be jamming on another, a punch-through mod would be nice on here. But yeah, overall, guys, not my favorite gun, but actually a gun I do enjoy. I think it is viable for these missions if you do, run these high-level missions. Again, at the end, if you are someone that is, grinding this out, you're someone that would put 6 form on an Akmagnus Prime, you're probably somebody that already can get an Incarnon, which would mean that this would not really be that useful to you. As you see, it's like single target. We're making it work, basically. I'm running Pistoleer, I'm running a Precision and Avenger, which is a lot of buffs for this thing. And I've got Assimilate Nyx, which means I'm literally invincible. And I'm armor stripping too. So a lot of things going in our favor, but at the same time, it's a nice little reliable workhorse weapon. You get some hits on there, you get infinite bullets. Pretty nice, so I'd recommend it if you're bored, but I would not recommend it if you are looking for a new best weapon. Look elsewhere for that. Maybe look at my Fear Axe video from a couple days ago, or maybe another Dual Tox video in a couple of weeks. So, see you guys again very soon on stream. Let me know how you feel about the Akmagnus build and all that. I think it's cool that we have it, but also it's so rare and valuable or expensive to get that most players will probably never actually max this thing out. But it is pretty worth it. All right, guys. See you next time. Peace.